Hi, it's Lex. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a pretty exciting video, mostly exciting for me because I get to be really creative and just kind of DIY a whole bunch of stuff, because today I will be taking this plain Barbie and turning it into a miniature version of myself, mohawk, clothes, makeup, and everything. So I found this Barbie doll at Valley Village for like $2.99. And you know, pretty basic Barbie. She's got the blonde hair, the pink lips, blue eyes, so I'm gonna have to fix a lot of that if I want it to actually look like me. So this is what I currently look like, although I changed my look up a lot, so if this does turn out well, I don't know how long this Barbie's actually gonna look like me. So this is what she looks like starting out, and I'm washing her hair because, well, I mean, I should just wash her anyways because I'm getting her secondhand. But also there was some like brown stuff in her hair that made it look like somebody used her to wipe their ass. So I want to get rid of that as much as I can. I made the mistake of blow drying her hair, which actually melted a little bit of her hair. I wasn't considering the fact that it's made out of plastic. Chopping off her hair was so satisfying. I didn't really think that at this point in my life I would be using my free time to shave a Barbie's head, but I'm not mad about it. So I picked up some pretty cheap black hair dye, and I guess you get what you pay for, really, because this did not turn out so great, but it might have been better if I was actually working with real hair. So while I was waiting for the hair dye to set, I started working on the pants. I was lucky enough to have a black and white checkered bandana already, so I decided to use that, even though the squares are pretty big for her size, but it's the same idea. I haven't sewed in a long time, and I was really lazy. I used the thread that was already threaded through the bobbin, which happened to be gold, so it wasn't the best decision, but I didn't care too much about the little details. I think I had the hair dye in for over an hour because I wanted to see. I knew because the hair was plastic, it might not set in as good as it could, so I wanted to give it a little bit of extra time. But either way, it didn't matter because when I started washing the hair dye out, it was completely coming out and the hair was just blonde as it was. So obviously that was pretty disappointing, so I had to start thinking of other ways that I could dye her hair. I was thinking I could maybe use a Sharpie and just color her hair, but I remembered I had some India ink, so I thought maybe if I just drenched it in that maybe it would stain. So once again, waiting for the color to set in, I started working on the shirt. I took an old sock and just started going ham on it. I really was just making it up as I go. So I did get the hair black, but I wasn't really happy with it. I knew that I was going to go back in later and fix it up, but I wanted to move on to getting all of her makeup off, which I thought it was going to be really satisfying, like that one scene from Toy Story 2, but it was actually surprisingly difficult to get all the paint off of her face. Next, I started mixing up some acrylic paint so that I could make her face a little bit less fake tanned. I ended up really not liking the color, so I take it off anyways and fix it up off camera. Yeah, this was way too yellow. Doing her eye makeup was such a pain in the ass. I didn't think that it would actually be this hard, but I was kind of going for a complicated look. I wanted it to be the same makeup that I was wearing in the intro, which was a blue and black cut crease. Yeah, let's be honest, my eyes are never this white. Just after this, I outlined her eyes and added more details off of camera because it was a lot easier. I hope these turned out alright because I know I'm really not good at drawing on eyebrows. I'm lucky enough to have really full, thick eyebrows, which I'm so grateful for because if I did have to draw them on, I know it would be an absolute mess. So trying to get some of that color back in the face, I'm putting on a little bit of pink blush. This is literally just the blush that I use. And also contouring with some bronzer. This lip color was actually way too pink, so I end up fixing it to match my regular lips a little bit. And then I just blended out the eyeshadow a little bit to make it less harsh. So the hair is suddenly black. I ended up using the Sharpie method that I was thinking about in the beginning, and it actually worked, although when I was putting the hairspray in to style the hair, the Sharpie was coming off all into my hands, but at least the color stayed in the hair. And I accidentally fucked up the face, but it's okay, I ended up fixing it afterwards. So this is actually exactly how I style my own mohawk. I just section out the hair and then hairspray and blow dry, and it just becomes completely solid. So as you can see, I accessorized a little bit. I gave her a chain and a belt and some shoes. So I think I did an okay job. Let me know what you think in the comments below, if I failed it or nailed it. I think my favorite part about this is seeing how the Barbie started out and then the final results. It doesn't even look like the same Barbie.